Hello and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, my name is Jennifer and I am a full-time reseller. I sell mainly on eBay, flipping undervalued goods that I find at thrift stores, estate sales, and random sides of the road. Okay, so I wanted to show today how I increased my sales by over 200% in the last week. So last week, if you watched my video, sales were definitely down. I think I had like 9 items going out last week, maybe a $300 weekend. This weekend, 20 items I have going out. So unbelievable, more than doubled what I had out the last week. And the things that I did to increase those sales, I think can really help you increase your sales and get rid of any old inventory. I started out with increasing promoted listings. Promoted listings are where you pay eBay to put your item at the top of the search terms where it says sponsored. So when you can select any percentage that you want to increase, but I went ahead and increased it from 2% on my items to 4% on my items. So I'm going to pay an extra 4% for eBay every time something sells from that promoted listing. To me, it's worth it. I have over 1,000 items in my store. I don't want 1,000 items in my store. I want this stuff out so I can make room for better, more profitable items. So I increased the promoted listing, and then I went through and set a new markdown sale, clearance event, if you will, on all my old items. So I started out with items that are 2 years and older. I put those slashed in half, 50% off. I want them out of here. If it's been over 2 years, it's obviously, it was a bad buy. Either I didn't have enough profit margins, I have it priced too high, it's out of style. I've had it for 2 years, it needs to get out. So 50% off if I've had it for more than 2 years. If I've had it for more than a year, it's at 30% off. If I've had it more than 6 months, it's 20% off. And if I've had it over the last 6 months, I did 15% off. I want to get this stuff out. We're getting to a very busy season. I want to be able to source as much as I can, and I need to have room for those items. So I need to get that old stuff out of here. So it's definitely an aggressive sale, and I know that's 100% why my sales have been this increased. There's going to be a few items here that I didn't make very much on. It's kind of a choice of either take a sale and sell it to make a few bucks or redonate it. So even if I make $5 or $10 on some of this, I just want it gone. So again, so I can make room for new inventory. All right, so I'm also going to show you everything that did sell because I feel there's a lot of BOLO items in here. Also some items that used to be on my BOLO. I picked it up and now they're just stale. So I want to get them out of my inventory and show you what they are. Okay, so first item is not stale. This is obviously a BOLO. If you're a reseller, you know what this is. It's a Rollo printer. I had this printer. I've had this printer for probably 2 years now. My little baby. I love it. Workhorse, printed probably 1,000 labels. Like, it works very well. However, it liked my Mac more than it liked my new Windows computer. So when I got the new computer, it would not recognize it. I talked to tech support. I talked to Microsoft. I talked to everybody. There must have been some kind of firewall. This would not read on my new computer. So I'm having to sell it. I went ahead and got a new printer. It's a Jaden wireless printer. I'll put a link to that down below, but it is probably my favorite printer. I like it better than my Rollo. I know, them's fighting words. Rollo is kind of like one of the top printers in this industry, but it's wireless. It was half the price. I paid $100 for it, where I think I paid over $200 for my Rollo. You can also adjust the density and how dark the label prints. Rollo on a Mac, you cannot adjust the printing quality. Rollo on a PC, you can, but they didn't like each other. So I definitely love this new printer. So this guy sold here for $150. Cost of good, of course, it's what I paid originally, $200, but I'm not going to put that as an initial cost of good because she definitely earned her $150 or $200 that I paid for her 2 years ago. So I'll recoup most of that, and I sold it for $150. Next up, we've got one of those items. This goes under the 50%. I've had it for more than 2 years. I think I paid 50 cents or $1 for it. It finally sold for $8. Happy with that. We've got a Blink camera. I grabbed this at a yard sale because it was brand new sealed. So I paid $5 for it, and it sold for $22 plus shipping. So not a huge profit, but it was brand new sealed, so it's not like I even have to test anything. So that's an easy one. Apple printer sold for $20. This was also under, I want to say the 50% off sale. So this, I've had it for a very long time, sold for $20. It was probably because I had it overpriced, because 3 years ago when I went to list it, it was probably worth more. So now 2 years, 3 years later, it's not worth as much. Prices on items fluctuate so much, and that's why you always want to comp out items, even when you're confident it's worth as much as you think it's worth, because prices change. And so I went ahead and sold this for $20. I'm happy with that. I'm in it $2.50. Yeah, we've got a Bible. I love selling Bibles. This guy, I paid $1, sold for $8.50. Not a huge sale. I've had this one for quite some time, but get that into another home. We've got some Michael Kors shoes. I mean, if anyone knows fancy brands, Michael Kors is up there. These are in like brand new condition. They're amazing condition, but they are a small size. So I sat on them for a while. And these guys sold for $27 on sale. But again, I've got a lot of shoes. I want them out. And if you buy your items right in the first place, I can afford to sell it for a lot cheaper because I'm only in it like $2 or $3. So I'm fine making $27. These little TP-Link extenders, I'll sell these all the time. You can find them usually for 50 cents to $1 at a yard sale. This one was on sale, so it sold for only $6 and change. Normally they go for about $10 if I can sell it faster. A Garmin. I love selling Garmins. So this guy sold for almost $50. It's got a charger, and it's got this little base doodad with this clips in so you can mount it up on your dashboard. So 40, what did I say, $45 roughly. Next we've got this little charger. Picked this up for I think 50 cents or $1. It was just in one of those electrical bins that you usually find at sales. And it sold for $40. So anytime you can find like Sony, of course, but a lot of these chargers hold their value because when you buy the camera and you don't have a charger, you need a charger. So this guy sold for $40, and I did test it. This one, I do have batteries for this camera because I've got a few of those cameras lying around. So it is tested. Then we've got, trying to keep this in order here, this fun little skillet. It is copper. I picked it up at my local thrift store probably a month or two ago, and it sold for $25, and I paid $7. So not a huge profit margin, but it was just a cool looking pan. I liked it. I think it might have even been that same exact day. Same thrift store. Might have been the same day. I picked up a full collection of 24. This is all seasons of this show. I paid $20 for it, but it sold for $85. I had it at 100, and then it's 15% off. So $85 for this collection. I'm happy to sell that. Anytime you can find DVD series for cheap. Yeah, I paid $20, but I knew this one was worth close to 100 or more. So definitely keep an eye out for those. All right, then we've got combo player here. It is a Sony combo player. I don't think it's a recorder. I've had it for a while, so it went on one of the bigger sales for $55. But it had the remote. It's got the cables. Anytime you've got the whole package, definitely grab it. Fully tested, $55. All right, we've got a golf club. Golf season is back. So this Diablo Edge golf club has a head cover. It was in actually pretty good condition here. No dents, no cracks. Good looking golf club. So that one I paid $10. That would have been at my local thrift. They price their clubs at a very generic price. So if it's a driver, it's 10 or 15. If it's a wedge, it's like $5. Like they're pretty generic on their pricing. So Let's get this guy back in his cover. Okay, so he sold for $70. I'm pretty happy about that. Okay. We've got a butter pan. How cute is this little pan? Super good condition. I paid $2. It's 1 quart, so it's a little guy with his lid, and he sold for 28 bucks. So Calphalon is a brand to watch for. I don't usually get the non-stick. I prefer to get stainless because the non-stick is usually pretty scratched up. But this one was in really good condition, so that's why I grabbed it, and it was $2. Sold fairly quick, within a few months. Another big ticket goes to these Smart Things router stuff for smart homes with Samsung. It's got 3 of those little router things, 3 power adapters. Very techie thing, but you can just type in Smart Things Wi-Fi and find your comps. It's super easy. And these hold their value because they're current technology. So these sold, I paid $5 for the whole bag. $5. Sold for 165 bucks. That was definitely a bolo. If you can find Samsung Smart Things, they also have the Smart Hub. Always worth grabbing because it's, like I said, current technology. Then we've got Thomas Kincaid. I picked up a set of 4 of these little houses. The rest are on the ground, but you'll see it in the comp. I picked up 4 of these houses. I'm in it $16. I paid $4 a piece. And the set sold for $88. Would I buy them again? No. No, because I've had them for too long, and I think I might have broke a piece off of this one. So I'm going to have to look back at the pictures and see if that was broken before I listed it, or if it broke in my listing, and then I'm going to have to give them the option of canceling the sale or taking a discount, because I don't remember if that piece was broken or not. But 88 bucks for the set if we keep it. Monster High. Monster High dolls always hold their value. So anytime you can find these for a good price, it's always worth grabbing. So this girl here, she's kind of a mix of stuff. She's missing some of her accessories. I don't know what all is missing, but she's definitely missing some accessories. But she still sold for $33. I paid $2 for it. So, no, I didn't. I paid $4 for it. So, worth grabbing. And anytime you can find Monster High, it's always worth grabbing. A cable. Just an Apple cable. Sold for $6. No, it didn't. It sold for $5.50. It was on sale, probably the half off price. So this is obviously not a bolo. This would have been probably in the free box or like 50 cents. I don't know what I paid for it. I've had it forever. It might have even been at the Goodwill bins. I think I did that once 3 years ago. So this guy, definitely don't put it on your bolo, but if you can get it for free, I made $5. We've got a Kindle. Kindles and Garmins. Like those two are still pretty hot. They seem like they're old technology, but people still like them. So this is an older Kindle. It's got a charger. It's got the charger butt. Sold for $15. So quick and easy one there. And last but not least goes to a Ring doorbell camera. This one I paid $10 within the last few weeks. Sold for $38. I took an offer because I had asked the buyer if he's okay if I separate these little things and take it out of the box. And he said he was totally fine with it as long as I bubble wrapped. Because to mail a box this size versus mailing a box this size, it's going to be half the price. So, and weight. The box probably weighs more than the actual item. So I'm going to mail the ring separate, the little tools, all of that stuff. Sold for $38. Okay, so let's get you some totals to see how this weekend actually went. Cost of goods, right about $100, and profits before shipping and adding shipping, anything. It's just gross profits, $938. So $1,000 weekend, 20 items, and I am so happy to get rid of some of this old stale inventory. So hopefully you learned something. If you like what you saw, hit that like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.